Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Round Rock Express taking on the Cleveland Guardians. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. What do you look for here?
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Derek Hill, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Second pitch of the game, it was a good one, but doesn't get the strike call. We'll see how this umpire zone shapes up today.
Here's a 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Now it's going to be Justin Foscue. There's a strike. Foscue batting second in today's lineup, a former first-round pick in 2020. And a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
1 out, bases empty. Righty to the plate. And down on strikes he goes. 2 out.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Out to short. Toss to Naylor, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. End of a half inning of play. No score. Back here in Cleveland, and starting this one, Jacob deGrom.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Bottom of the first. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. And a pitch. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. And 1 pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Wastes no time there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Here's Andres Jimenez, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Tattooed and gone. And the Guardians jump in front. It's 2-0.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. Came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Here's Jose Ramirez. This one smoked on its way out of here. Another one. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and now this place is really rocking. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's Josh Naylor. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Boog, it's always fun showing up to the ballpark on a day DeGrom is pitching. He's widely regarded as one of the most dominant pitchers in the league, and when he's at his best, he's setting the standard for the entire league.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Whoa.
Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot.
He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Here in Cleveland, second inning set to go. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Michael Reed. And a pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ball game.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
That's down and in.
It's a good take.
Struck him out looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now here is Davis Wenzel. First pitch swinging.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. Swing and a pop-up. Naylor settles underneath it. And it's caught for the out.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Justin
Dustin Harris getting ready to hit. On the ground, right side. Jimenez fires over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Now to the bottom of the second. Cleveland's out front 3-0. Back now at Progressive Field. And now the DH, Will Brennan.
The designated hitter, Will
DeGrom back to work.
Brennan.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Brian Rocchio. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Line drive, base hit right field. Rocchio around third. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. They got it for out number 2.
Up next for Cleveland, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Man at first, Andres Jimenez. Now at the plate, he's already homered in this game. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The other way. Can't get there, and it deflects off him. And that keeps the inning alive. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
So up next, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning, and here's the catcher, Sam Huff.
Sam Huff.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Whoa.
Jared Walsh, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Laureano pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 9, the shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Matt Duffy. And a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Off off the mark there. 1-1. Swing and a miss, struck him out. As we go to the last of the third. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. The pitch. Right side, hard hit. To first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
The right fielder, number 10, Ramo
Laureano comes up to hit. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Here's the catcher to hit, Bo Naylor. He's 0 for 1. That one ripped left field. That's back there. Gone. He sends a rocket to left. It's 6-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That'll be it for Jacob deGrom. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Righty reliever out of the pen, Adrian Sampson. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Sampson.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Will Brennan. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. And he's got a double.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch.
Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio doubled his first time up. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. A 2-run homer. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 8-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now an 8-0 game. And we're back.
Leading off
Digging
for
in,
Round
it's the
Rock,
speedy outfielder,
the center
Derek
fielder,
Hill.
Derek.
Well, every pitcher
Hill.
wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one gone in the fourth as they get the
Now
leadoff
batting,
man.
The second baseman,
Justin Foscue will hit next. His first at bat was a strikeout. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. And first offering is fouled off. The Express yet to pick up a hit here. Swings through that one out in front that time. Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Andres Gimenez.
Gimenez.
The right-hander back to work. Well struck left field. That one out against the fence. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So man aboard. Down to third baseman, Jose Ramirez. 1 for 2. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. There's a line drive to left field. Snags it on the run. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
So in now for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. Well struck right field. And gone. And they add on. It's 10-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Jose Urena.
Now pitching for Round Rock, number 54, Jose Urena.
Here's Ramon Laureano. On the ground. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw to second is offline.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield. It's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
One down. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. That one ripped. See you later. Another homer. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 12-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. That one ripped right center field. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. It's 13-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now here is, and there's a rocket into the outfield. Roquillo around second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Now batting, left fielder, defense.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. One run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. 15-0.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're hoping.
Now on the bump, Austin Pruitt.
Number 39, Austin Pruitt.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Throws to first in time.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Pulls that one foul. The 0-1. Line drive, knocks it down. The run scores from third, and the lead continues to grow.
Well done. Drives in the run. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
Runner at first with 2 away. Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. That one blasted deep to right. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. He scores, and they extend their lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
And up next for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. That one laced to center and a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Here in Cleveland, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Michael Reed. And that's in for a strike. Here comes a pitch. Fought off foul. 0-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Chopped left side. Throws across the diamond, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, third baseman, Davis Wenzel.
So digging in, Davis Wenzel. First time up was a pop out. And a pop up right side, foul territory. Naylor snags it for the second out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Harris now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Hit in the air, center field. Makes a nice running catch. And that's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Bo Naylor. The pitch. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A massive home run. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 18-0.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one is gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 19-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Blake Taylor gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Now pitching for Round Rock, number 62, Blake Taylor.
So in now for Cleveland, Ryan Rocchio. 3 for 3 with a single, double, and a homer. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Such an impressive performance out of him in this one. His 3rd hit for extra bases. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
So man aboard, and now Miles Straw. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field, and they get it in quickly. 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Shortened up the swing and went right back up the middle.
Back to the top of the lineup, Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Falls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Andres.
And up next for Cleveland, Andres Gimenez.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 22-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Jason Shreve.
Number 45.
He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Shreve.
Base is empty, 1 away, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Hill settles under this one, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Brings it in, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back now at
Leading
Progressive
off for
Field.
Round Rock,
And now the catcher comes up to him.
55.
Sam Huff.
Sam Huff.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
And it's fouled away. The wind of the pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here's the first baseman, Jared Walsh. He's 0 for 1. Out there to center, sizing this one up. He makes the grab. 2 away now.
The batter, number 9, Matt.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Matt Duffy. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one fouled off. The Express hitless so far in the game. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Kwan makes the grab on the run, so he's perfect through 6. The Guardians lead this one 22-0. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
The right fielder, Ramon.
The wide to kick the pitch. Right through there for a strike. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He sends it out of here, and they tack one on the board. It's 23-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Lifted in the air, out to left. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Will.
Next to hit, Will Brennan. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
In the air, out to center. 2 down.
The batter, number 4, shortstop.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. 4 for 4 with a homer, 2 doubles and a single, and he just needs the triple for a cycle. That's towards center. Has a beat on it. Squeezes it, and that'll do it. New inning getting started. Here's the center fielder, Derek Hill.
Derek.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
And first offering is fouled off. And here it comes. And there's a foul ball. Righty delivers. Ground ball up the middle, and it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game. So the perfect game bid comes to an end, and now we'll see what he's got left in the tank and how they'll play it on the mound moving forward. But Singy, he's been a lot of fun to watch in this one.
Yeah, Boog, really impressive from the very beginning. I mean, this guy was in total command the whole time, attacking hitters, and really he's made them look pretty lost up to this point.
Foscue, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a ball popped up under it. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out.
The batter, the left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
Man at first, next to hit, Wyatt Langford. Swing and a grounder foul, first base side.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
The 0-2. Got him swinging.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. And I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And first offering is fouled off. That one missed. Hill leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Right-hander kicks, deals, fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him. 3rd out. Bottom of the 7th. So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw.
The center fielder, Miles Straw.
Shreve back to work. This one smoked out to left. Langford makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Stephen.
So the lineup flips over. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Ripped on a line. Reed makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
And up next for Cleveland, Andres Jimenez. Rips that one center field. Hill makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Cleveland, we're in the top of the 8th. Now the third baseman, Davis Wenzel.
Davis Wenzel.
Bieber back to work. And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kwan settles underneath it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the designated
Dustin
hitter,
Harris,
Dustin
the next to hit.
Harris.
Big swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And the righty deals. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Naylor makes the grab, and that'll do it. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. The Guardians lead it 23-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Diego Castillo.
Castillo.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman, Jose.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That one ripped. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
So, man aboard, Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. They're waving Ramirez home. He'll score easily, and the lead continues to grow. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Comes through with the RBI. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
So up next, Ramon Laureano. And there's a hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And there's a fly ball deep right field, and it hits the fence. And he's in safely at third as a run scores. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Will Brennan. Laser could be extra bases. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they extend their lead, and that's a double.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
New arm out of the bullpen, Jonathan Hernandez.
Number 72, Jonathan Hernandez.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ryan Rocchio. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab.
Now batting, center fielder, Miles.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Off balance throw in time. Out on the sac bunt.
Up next for Cleveland, the left fielder, Steven.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Steven Kwan. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Runner from third comes across, and the lead continues to grow. And that's a 2-out double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
And in scoring position with 2 away. So in now for Cleveland, Andres Gimenez. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Kwan around third. He'll score, and they extend their lead. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
And now, Jose Ramirez. That's ripped. Base hit. Around third. He will score. And the lead continues to grow. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So 2 down. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around second is Ramirez. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out. And now the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. Hard hit left side. Sends it to Walsh. Out, and thank goodness the inning is at last over. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. All set to start the ninth in this one. And now the first baseman, Jared Walsh.
Jared Walsh.
And a pitch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The pitch. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
He's 2 outs away. Matt Duffy digs in now. And there's a strike to Matt Duffy.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
The Guardians up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. One down, base is empty. And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Derek.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now the center fielder, Derek Hill. In there at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
One strike away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that wraps it up for this afternoon.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant, if he'd have made just one better pitch, perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.
Well, this one ends in a blowout for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.